Good morning kids, how are you all? I hope you all are fine. I am Khushbu Patel from Saraswati Group of Education and today we are conducting this session for the revision. As you all know that your exams are approaching very soon, right? So we are going to take a quick recap of two chapters in science. The two chapters which are going to ask in your exam. So first we are going to start with the recap of lesson number 1. What was our chapter number 1? That was food and its sources. Now we know that we all are living organisms, but we also require food to survive, to stay alive, right? But taking other type of food, right, may not give you proper growth. So nutrition is important. That means the food which you take, that food will help you to grow and develop, not only physically but mentally also, right? So food is necessary. Yes, we all take different type of foods based on area in which we are living, based on our likes and dislike, based on occasion, right? We all have a different type of a food, but taking a nutritive food is more important, right? So that was our first topic called food and nutrition. We should take the food which have all the nutritive component. About the nutritive component we have studied in lesson number 2. That also we are going to take a revision or a recap. Right. Then sources of food. We know that when we are eating food, we are not eating raw food except few food like salad, fruits, but we are first cooking the food and then we are eating the food. So the food item or the raw material which is required to prepare the food is known as ingredients, right? Say for example, if I want to make chapati, what will I need? I will need wheat flour, then I will need water, a pinch of salt and 1 spoon of oil. So what is these? These are raw material or I can say ingredients, right? So based on our habit, we are eating a different type of food. But from where do we get our food items? We get the food from plants and animals. So we can say that these two are sources of food, right? Plants, main 5 parts: root, stem, leaf, flowers and fruits, right? So all these parts are edible. We are eating roots like carrot and radish, right? We are also eating stem like sugarcane, potato, ginger. We are eating leaf also like spinach, fenugreek, coriander. We are eating flowers like crocus sativus, that means saffron, right? Then there are certain seeds through which we can take out the oil like mustard seeds, sunflower seed, right? So in short we can say that all parts of the plant are edible. About fruits you all know because we are eating different type of a seasonal fruits, right? Okay. So in short we can say that plants are the main sources of the food. They are preparing the food in the presence of a sunlight, which is also known as a photosynthesis process. About that we will study in a higher grade, right? So plants are good source of a food. But what is the other source? As you know that other source is animals, right? Animals, that means they give us milk from which we can make the different items like cheese, butter, ghee, paneer, right? Some of the animals are also giving us eggs. Some animals are eaten after cooking, that is meat. right? Some animals are giving a kind of a thick liquid called honey as they are sucking the juice of the flower and they are collecting it in the, yes, honeycomb, right? So we are taking food from both the living organism, plant and animal, right? So they are considered as the basic source of food. Now we are moving to the next topic of that chapter, that is food habits of animals. All the animals living on earth have the different food habit. The way we are eating food, same way lions are not eating food. Same way cows are not eating food. Same way birds are not eating food. In short, all the animals are having different food habit. And based on that food habit, animals are categorized into different category. I hope you remember that. Which are there? First one, herbivores. Second, carnivores. Then third, yes, omnivores. Fourth, scavengers. Fifth, decomposer. And one more, that is parasites. Right? So depending on which type of a food they are eating, animals are categorized in this category. So first was herbivores. That means the animals which is eating only plant or plant's product. They don't take any of the thing from the animal. Right? So they take directly food from the plant. And their teeth are also designed in such a way, right, so that they can eat the plant directly. Second one was carnivores. That means animal who is eating the other animal, which is maybe smaller in size, right? If I say snake, snake is eating rat. If I say lion, lion is eating deer, right? So the animal who is eating the other animal will come in the category called carnivores, right? Second, omnivores. That means omnivores animals are the combination of herbivores and carnivores. That means plant eating animals and other animals eating animals, right? So we can say that omnivores are taking food from the plant as well as from the animal, right? We, that means humans, do come in this category because we take flowers and fruits and vegetables from the plant. We take milk from animals. There are certain people who is non-vegetarian. They are eating eggs and meat, right? So they are also what? Yes, omnivores, right? So these are the three main categories, but other three categories are also there. Next one is scavenger, which is also considered as the natural cleaner, right? Scavengers are actually not hunting the animals. They will not kill the animals, but whatever the dead bodies are there of animals, that will be eaten up by that scavengers, right? So we can say eagle, vulture are eating the flesh from the dead bodies of animal. So in short, they are cleaning the environment. They are cleaning the nature, because if the dead body will remain as it is for longer time, it may spread infection as well as foul smell. So scavengers are cleaning that by eating the dead bodies. Same way, decomposers are also helping in cleaning the environment. Whatever the flesh is remaining after the eating of scavengers, that remaining flesh will be decomposed by the decomposer. So all the molecules present in their body will be, yes, released in the atmosphere. breaking down. Right? That was a word written in your textbook. Right? So, decomposer and scavengers are considered as the natural cleaner of the environment. Then last one was parasites. The animal which is small in size but living in other animals' body, like flea, which is living on the skin of buffalo, and they are sucking the blood from the buffalo's body. So buffalo's body will be considered as the host for the flea. Right? Like roundworms and tapeworms are living inside the human body. So human body will be considered as the host. They will take the nutrition from our body, and sometimes they also give some deadliest effect to our body. They may infect our body. Right? So they are known as parasites. Right? So that was the category of animals based on their food habit. Moving further to the last topic of that chapter, that is food chain, which means who eats whom. Right? Grass is eaten by deer. Deer is eaten up by lion. Lion's dead body is eaten up by scavengers. Right? So they are forming a one type of a chain. But this chain is related with the food. So this chain will be considered as what? Food chain. Right? So kids, in the nature, there are so many food chains going on. So we say that food web, too many food chains together, that is known as food web. We also a part of this food chain because we depends on plant as well as we depends on animal for our food requirement. Right? So that was about the food chain. Who eats whom? The first level in the food chain will be always of producer. The one who is producing the food. Right? And then the level will go from carnivores, omnivores, scavengers, decomposer. Right? We have seen that food pyramid. Right? So I hope you have understood that. So this was a just recap of chapter number 1. Please read the chapter. Right? Okay. So kids, as we have completed the revision part of chapter number 1, we are moving further to lesson number 2. This chapter we have completed recently only. So I hope you have remembered the topic which we have covered and what is included in the particular topic. See kids, chapter number 2 was about components of food. Components means chemical substance present in the food items are considered as component. What are the components? Actually there are total 5 components. First, carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamins and minerals. These 5 components should be present in your food items. If you want to remain healthy for longer time, you should have all these components in a proper way. But these components are divided in certain category. Which category? See here. First category is energy giving food. The food or the component of the food which is giving us energy to do work. Which are that component? First is carbohydrate and second one is fat. Now kids, carbohydrate, that means they are the main energy provider. The food which we take on daily basis, that are considered as staple food. In Gujarat, we are mainly taking wheat as our staple food. Wheat has a rich source of carbohydrate which will give you energy to do work. Now if you remember, carbohydrate is also of 2 types. First one is simple carbohydrate, which is also known as sugar. The second one was, yes, complex carbohydrate, which is known as starch. So simple carbohydrate is instant energy provider. Why? Because this simple carbohydrate or sugar is directly absorbed in your blood. It is directly mixed in your blood. So it will give you instant energy. Sugar like glucose, maltose, fructose, sucrose, right? So these are the example of simple carbohydrate. Then complex carbohydrate, which is also known as starch. It takes some more time to get digest. Why? Because this starch will convert first to sugar. Then it will convert to the, yes, it will mix with the blood. After that conversion, that sugar will mix with your blood and then it will give you energy. So starch is considered as the complex carbohydrate. How can we test the presence of starch in the food item? If you remember, we have done that small activity. Actually, you have seen that activity. I have poured iodine solution on the, yes, boiled potato. So it was turning into blue or black color. That means it is showing the presence of starch. Now kids, fat means it is also giving you energy. But let me tell you fat. If you will take more carbohydrate than required by your body, then that carbohydrate will be stored as a fat, which may lead into gaining the weight. Right? So weight is okay, but too much of weight is also not good. Fat is also considered as the energy giving food. They are giving us energy in lot of amount. It is composed of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. I told you, right? How can you test the presence of a fat in the food item? Just take the food item on the piece of paper, smash it or crush it. If that food item is leaving an oily spot on the paper, then it will be considered as fat food. Fat is required because it gives you warmth, it gives you insulation. You can say it is a shock absorber, right? And it gives you extra energy. When you are fasting or when you are not eating, at that time the fat stored in your body will give you energy, right? So fat is also considered as energy giving food. Moving to the next category, that is body building food, which is proteins, right? Proteins, soya bean, milk, egg and other pulses are rich source of protein, which is helping in building up your muscles. If your tissue or cell are damaged, then it will be repaired if you are taking protein rich food, right? So protein is the combination of the amino acid, right? It is a chain having a nitrogen, which is known as amino acid, which is helping in the building up your muscles and repairing the worn out cells and tissue, right? This all we have seen. So once in a week, at least you should take pulses, so the protein requirement will be fulfilled, right? Because you all are growing kids. Your body will grow properly only if you are taking protein rich diet, right? So body building food are what? It is protein. Next category, that is protective food, which means vitamins and minerals. Now kids, these two food for good skin, for hair, for good eyesight, for fighting the disease, for bones, right? We require all this type of vitamins. But these vitamins are required in a less amount, right? Although it requires in a less amount, we should take it. So it helps us to fight the disease. And so only they are protecting our body. The second category in that was minerals. Minerals are also required but in a less quantity, like iron, sodium, iodine, phosphorus, magnesium, calcium. Iron, which is required for hemoglobin, iodine for thyroid gland, right? Calcium for bones and teeth, magnesium for functioning of a brain and heart and of course muscles, right? So minerals are also required, although it is required less, same as the vitamins. But these two food items, or you can say these two food components, are protecting our body from the various things. So they fall in the category called protective food. So these were the 5 main things which is required by our body. But other than that, we require some other components which are there. Roughage, which is also known as dietary fiber. The way we are cleaning our house, right? Same way our body needs cleaning, right? It is being cleaned just because we are taking roughage. All the fruits which have a roughage in it will help you clean your body from inside. How roughage is helpful? It is also known as dietary fibers. Whatever the food you have taken, that will get digested properly, and remaining or undigested food will be removed if you are taking roughage. So it will prevent your body from constipation, right? So roughage are also important. Next one is water. Water is actually not considered as nutrient, but still we require it because it is cleaning our body. We lost lot of water through sweat and urine. So we need to refill this water again, or else we may suffer with the dehydration, right? So water is also important. In short, whatever the components we have completed, it is considered as what? Balanced diet, right? You should take a food which have all this nutritive component, so your body and your mind will grow and develop properly, right? So that is considered as what? Balanced diet. Then last two topic was cooking habit. While cooking, we should follow certain step so that the nutrition inside the food will remain as it is, right? The nutritive component will be remaining as it is. See kids, if I say that you have to take a junk food every day, will your body grow? Will your mind grow properly? No, right? Why? Because it does not have a nutritive component. It is good to test. We feel very much good while we are eating it, but actually it is not good. So when at home we are cooking, we should follow certain steps like washing it properly, not to do repeated washing, not to wash after cutting, not to use too much of water, too much of oil, not to do overheating, overboiling, right? So we can say that food will be having the nutritive component as it is, right? So that was good cooking habits. And the last one is deficiency disease. That means if you are not taking food certain for longer time, if you have less of protein, if you have some vitamins less in your body or some minerals, but still you are not taking that food having certain vitamins or minerals or protein, then your body may suffer with the disease, right? That is considered as a deficiency disease. Deficiency means lack of, ochu hovu, right? So malnutrition means you are not taking food having the proper nutrition, or undernutrition, that means you are not eating properly only. This may lead to deficiency disease, and we may suffer with certain disease like beriberi, scurvy, rickets, poor eyesight, patchy skin, tiredness, less of hemoglobin, right? So in short, what we have learned in this chapter, that which type of the components are required and why it is necessary to take the balanced diet, right? So that was the revision part of chapter number 2. You will read both the chapter, right, so that you can answer well in the exam. Okay, for any query, go through the videos again which we have done prior also and today also, right? So I hope that you will write all answers well in your exam. So right now, after this, I am taking your leave as the revision portion is over here, right? Okay, so please read it. All the best for your exam. Bye bye.